Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone Talks. We're here for some Doctor Who news, and it seems like reported by the Mirror that Bonnie Langford may be returning as Mel for Shuti Gatwa's first season. The article is in the link description, and I am going to put the article up on the screen there, and we'll give it a read, and I'll give you my opinion. So as we spoke about on this channel many a time, um, don't be surprised. Remember, I kept telling you this. Don't be surprised if classic companions return. And it looks like the Mirror is reporting that that could be the case. So let's get into this. If the article will actually move, there is. Okay. Oh, now it's decided to jump all over the place. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Right. So Bonnie Langford. Oh, for God's sake, will you stop jumping? Right. So Bonnie Langford returning to Doctor Who with guest appearance as companion Mel Bush. Actress Bonnie Langford has set her sights on a rare guest appearance in Doctor Who as Mel after she played the lovable character from 1986 to 1987, and this thing is just determined that I do not read this article. Like, will you give me a break? The actress 58 has been lined up for a cameo in the episodes being planned for 2024 by new showrunner Russell T Davies, along incoming Dr. Shuti Gatwa. Langford played companion Mel from 1986 to 1987, working along both the sixth Time Lord and Colin Baker as the sixth Time Lord Colin Baker and the seventh Time Lord Sylvester McCoy. She returned to a role on TV just once in 1993's Dimensions in Time, a special charity Doctor Who EastEnders mashup for children in need. The Just Williams star has returned as Mel in several audio versions of a Doctor Who for Big Finish, but has told how she gave two conditions before accepting the role. And apparently she doesn't want to be Scream, and she wants a character to be developed, because I'd already heard this, but she said, speaking this summer, she explained, no screaming, and please can we build her character a bit. I was constantly seeking a more substantial role. Mel just said, but doctor, and screamed. So yeah. So if this is true, a classic companion may be incorporated into Shuti Gatwa's era of Doctor Who with a guest appearance. And speaking on a podcast, she said, I don't know what it's like or what it is about, but he emailed me and said, would you do it? I said, yes, absolutely. It's just so fascinating. Since then, it's made for audio with Colin Baker and Bonnie earlier this year with Big Finish. Since Russell has re-signed as showrunner, taking over from departing Chris Chibnall. Um, so So yeah, it just goes in how she's developed as a character on the Big Finish audios, and they go on about her hair for some weird reason and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, that's the Doctor Who news. So classic companion maybe returning to Doctor Who. So what do you all think about that in the chat? Let me know. For me personally, I don't mind because Chibs has, RTD has a habit of kind of doing this. So I'd have no worries. And she's talking about having her character developed and being less screamy, then I'm all for it. We got Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the chat. We got Scottish Stavros and friends wrestle with pop culture. Ezra Goldstein, Philip Archer is in the chat as well. The classic 80s fanboy is also in the chat. Get your comments in. Tens Hoovian is here as well. Chris Persia is here. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Sadako 24. Tim is here as well. And we got I think of Ezra as well there. Let's see what everybody is saying in the comments. So originally she was a computer programmer, says the classic 80s fanboy. Philip Archer doesn't think there's any truth to it. But in fairness to the Mirror, and I have to get them that credit, they have been spot on before. And remember, not saying that she's coming back as a permanent companion. They're saying she's coming back for a guest appearance. So it'll be interesting to see if it actually happens. I'll just keep an eye on the chat there, just in case, because apparently you can get member chats. So I'll just keep an eye there, just to make sure. Yeah. So what does everybody else think? I look, personally speaking, if he brings these classic characters back, we know they're gonna be done okay. Um, Sadako says Mel has had some good audio stories, but New Who, especially lately, has not been of that caliber. So yeah, Sadako may be open to Mel returning on the TV show if her audio's are well developed. Remember, there's a lot of people that are Colin Baker fans because of the Big Finish audios, because a lot of us didn't like his Doctor on screen. It was only the Big Finish audios where then he became popular. Um, Nice to hear more on RTD era as a whole for me to gain some excitement. Yeah, I think it's interesting. As I said, yeah, it's we're getting to the point now where we're going to be getting information coming through now. Yeah, she redeemed herself by Big Finish, but she needs redeeming by the show, says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I wonder if RTD originally wanted Sophie, but Chibs got in first and asked Bonnie instead. I'm saying nothing, but let's just say I would say that you're not on the wrong road with that one. Uh, if they do her well, it'll be good to see her back, says Sadako. And Lindsay is in the chat, and she says hello all. So hello, Lindsay. Nice to see you. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Of course, we still have a long way to wait. And of course, it is rumor and speculation. Remember that. It's the same with all of that other stuff about him supposed to be focusing on climate change and all of that. Remember, this is all talk right now, and even though he has said that, well, he's been writing for the 60th, so I'm pretty sure he'll be turning his attentions, if he already hasn't turned his attentions to Series 14. Well, when he does, I'm pretty sure he'll have other people in mind as well. Perry back, please, for the rabbi, says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think a lot of the fandom would lose their minds if Perry was to return. Let's be honest about it. Of course, Scottish Davros and friends wrestle with pop culture, says Freegma back for me. I wouldn't mind seeing Martha Jones return either. The classic 80s fanboy says this news does seem pretty plausible. It does. It does. Remember, I told you on this channel anyway, don't be surprised if classic companions return. They need to look at RTD is not stupid either. He's going to have to try win people over. This is why this whole climate change thing doesn't really sit with me. And I don't really believe it, to be quite honest with you. Because he has to try win people over. Doesn't matter what the other side say, right? RTD has to win people over. So he has a habit of bringing back classic, or people that starred in classic episodes may not necessarily play the same character, right? But this is a ploy. He brought Sarah Jane back, right? So he's not stupid. He's a clever man, and he knows what formula works. You've got to please everybody. And I think that's what he's going to try and do. But there is a chance when you do do that and you focus on trying to please everybody, you might get a cohesive show. Sorry, there's just people outside talking. It seems a pretty positive move to me, says Lindsay. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. 10 Tuvian says maybe Jenny will make a camera. I would love to know a bit of her, a bit of a storyline from her. That climate change stick isn't for me in who. Well, as I said, last night at the end of my stream, and I don't want to get into a big rant again, but as I said, if you look at the way these climate change activists are behaving lately, the public opinion and the public support for them is waning because of their behavior and the tactics that they're using. So, I would think it'd be a miscalculation by RTD if there was any truth to it. But as I said, this we just have to wait and see. They do. Everybody does a lot of talking and they promise a lot of stuff, and we see with Chibs, he's never delivered. I know you meant cameo. Sorry, yeah. Sat in the road, stopping traffic. Says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, that's what they do, and then super glue themselves to works of art and throw shit over memorials and deface statues and build historical buildings, all in the name of, the climate. Yeah. I don't know. I'll never fully understand this generation. Anyway, as I said, you take it with a pinch of salt because we don't know. All we know is some of the details about the 60th because we've seen a lot. We don't know anything about what's coming after that from RTD. So I would just say a lot of it is speculation, including this latest news from the Mirror. Take it with a pinch of salt. It doesn't matter what side of the argument he is on, though. It doesn't mean because he's on the side of the climate change activists that he's actually he's gonna use Doctor Who as a vehicle to do that. I mean, as I said, if he makes the same mistakes as Chris Chibnall, and that becomes the focus rather than focus on the stories, well, then he is in serious trouble. He is in serious trouble. But as I said, nothing as far as we know, or he hasn't given any indication what he's going to do for Series 14. So it's all speculation right now. And remember, RTD has said himself, he likes to throw out a lot of red herrings and he does a lot of interviews and he says a lot of stuff. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to do it all. So I think everybody needs to just kind of, as I keep saying, take a step back, take a deep breath, and wait and see what he does. Sorry, I had to answer the door. A delivery showed up. No problemo. No problemo. Now, listen, I'm just going to say this. I'm aware that some news broke on Twitter about Doctor Who, but as I said, I am not promoting that era. So just in case anybody thinks that I'm going to be talking about what just dropped on Twitter, I don't care. So, if people want to watch the trailer tomorrow, go and watch the trailer tomorrow. But I don't actually give a crap. As I said, we're not promoting it. He didn't bother his arse. So I'm just going to watch the episode. And I'll watch the trailer by myself. I'm not even going to react to it. So that's all I'm going to say about that, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm here to talk about the RTD era anyway. I just want the sci-fi back enough of the other things, and this is the point. Doctor Who is a sci-fi show first and foremost, and you know that's being forgotten lately. So, RTD has shown us before that he can do it. Look, I'm still confident that RTD can deliver. It's just, I think we're getting to a point, and we see it in other fandoms out there. People are looking for stuff to moan about and complain about, and speculate what he might do for Series 14. And then journalists will speculate and put the article out and stuff like that. None of that helps, but that happens. But because we're in a different sort of environment and society and stuff like that, it's a different ball game. People get all worked up, and people take it as gospel, and then others are just like, oh, here we go. Now we can do 20 videos and complain about it. We're just living in a super sensitive society now where every little thing that's being reported on, there's an overreaction. Just like this stuff with Doomcock, an overreaction. So She-Hulk has a person in it that had a mask on it that looks a little bit like Doomcock's. But yeah, everybody's saying, oh, do I give it about Doomcock? I mean, like, we're even elevating people that shouldn't be even getting elevated. I'm just going to be honest, you know me feelings, and I won't say anymore. But all I'll say is that, you just want to cop onto yourselves, man. Do you think Kevin Feige gives a shit about what anybody says on YouTube? Right? And someone's already put up a photograph to kind of show that they were probably referencing someone else, but they've gone with this story. It's Doomcock they're after. She-Hulk's after Doomcock. Get the bleeding bug, will you? They're all making me laugh now. These are all making me laugh, man. Will you just leave it out, man? But this is the ridiculousness that the pop culture war has become. There's propaganda on both sides. Both sides. But hey, that's the way it is, isn't it? Exactly. If Russell can have his message written in well into the story and doesn't come out at the cost of it, then he'll be fine. Exactly what he used to do in the past. Hey Noel, have you seen the Mario movie trailer? I have. I have. I just watched it before it came on air. And I left a comment on Twitter about it. It looks impressive. It looks good. Then Mario drops from the sky, and then Chris Pratt opens his mouth, and then I'm like, no. I have an issue with Chris Pratt as Mario. Everybody else seems fine. But Chris Pratt shouldn't have been given the role of Mario. I'm sorry. My personal opinion, anyway. I understand all, but I don't want our real world problems played out in Doctor Who. I agree, but Doctor Who has touched on it before in classic era and new Who era, folks. Unfortunately, we'd like Doctor Who to be pure sci-fi. But unfortunately, that's not how they make sci-fi nowadays. We can't go back to the time when they made good, decent sci-fi. Those days are gone, folks. We're living in the future now, and this is what they're doing. And there are still some shows out there that are pure sci-fi, right? But a lot of these fans won't watch, and those shows then end up getting cancelled because there's not enough people watching, right? Because it is sci-fi is a specific genre for a specific type of person out there. It doesn't appeal to everybody. And this is the thing that's wrong with Hollywood, right? And the BBC and all these, well, it has to appeal to everybody. I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter is it's a genre that will attract certain people. Sci-fi is highly intelligent when written properly. When it's not dumbed down, it's for us. I hate to say it, but sci-fi is really for intelligent, smart people. And I'm not saying your average Joe Soap wouldn't understand the programs that we watch. More than likely they would. But to us, it appealed to us more than it appealed to them. And this is the problem. Hollywood and all of these people are so obsessed with trying to get everybody to like their stuff that they're forgetting about the people that actually do enjoy the stuff. You could still do all your other stuff, but they choose to use their programs to do it. I also saw the 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 new trailer for Felma. Train wreck. It's going to be an absolute train wreck. They're not learning the lesson here. The only way they learn the lesson is if people stop going to the cinema. You've got to start hurting the studios, and not just hurting their big franchises, right? They do. Remember, all these studios do other movies, so you boycott all their movies. You don't buy a ticket. You don't pay that receipt. Because the alternative is that people still go to the cinema, people still get all of these apps. Here's the thing. When people say, boycott HBO, boycott Disney Plus, boycott whatever, right? I don't have HBO Max anymore. We had it. We had Disney Plus too. We got rid of that as well. Because when we say we're going to get rid of something, we're going to get rid of it. Now, I seen a tweet a couple of weeks ago which sums up this whole situation. And someone says, "Well, I'm going to keep me. What's She-Hulk on again? The Disney Plus. I'm going to keep me Disney Plus until this train wreck is over, and then I'm going to get rid of it, right? But then another train wreck show is going to come along, and then what are they going to do? They're going to resubscribe and get the app again so they can watch the show on Disney Plus, right? When someone tells you to boycott something, and I used to do it, but at least I stuck by it. If I said boycott something, I boycott. Don't listen to them. Bottom line is, if you want HBO Max and you want Disney Plus for other shows and all of this, nobody should be telling you to get rid of your stuff. Sick and tired of all of this nonsense. I did think the Mario trailer was funny. No, look, the trailer's great. Trailer's great. The movie looks like it's going to be great. But Chris Pratt and Mario, listen, I remember when he was cast, there was controversy about him at the time, right? And people arguing that it should be an Italian playing the role, right? Now, this is why I say hypocrites. These very same people that say to us, "Oh well, certain should play this role because that's we should straight white males and straight women shouldn't be playing those roles. They should be given to right." But as soon as they like someone, right, and it clearly goes against what they actually believe, they'll they'll back that person. So they're hypocrites. Now I hear these voice. I don't. As soon as he opened his mouth, man, my heart kind of sunk. You all know how much of a big Mario fan I have. I have my big Mario t-shirt. You seen it? I've wore it on streams. I'm a Mario fan. I have the little Nintendo thing, but it broke on me. I'm heartbroken because I can't play Mario, man. I'm literally heartbroken because I can't play Mario. Right? Nintendo was my first console, if you want to call that, growing up. My parents couldn't afford that, but they made sure that I got a Nintendo. And Mario was the very first game that I ever played, and I was hooked. Right? So I've played that game all through my life, all different iterations of it as well, on the different handheld and all of that other stuff that they had. Right? I've grew up with Mario, right? All through my childhood to adulthood. I'm still a bleeding Super Mario fan. The trailer looks absolutely great. It's when Chris Pratt opens his mouth. I just can't. My heart sunk. I love Mario Kart. Love Mario Kart. I was even thinking, I might, thinking about getting away just to play Mario Kart on it. I'd love to be able to stream Mario Kart streams as well. Mario Kart is brilliant. I love that game. I love when someone's winning and then you hit them with the red shell, right? You screw them up and you can hear them in the background giving out and you just breeze past them and you win the race. Love it, man. Yeah, I got the Super Nintendo, and then I got the cartridge that had Super Mario 2. No, yeah, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, and Super Mario World, I think it was. It had four on it, sorry. Had four on it, and you were updated. Love it, man. Love it. I didn't like the 3D. Now, I have to be honest. What was that? That was the what was that? The GameCube, wasn't it? I get confused with them all. Sega was Dreamcast, wasn't it, or something, or some shit like that. I forget. Anyway, yeah. So I seen that. But apparently there's something dropping in Doctor Who tomorrow, an L trailer for people that actually give a crap. As I said, I'll watch it privately, but I'm not going to even react to it. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just want to watch the episode get done now with so we can get RTD stuff. That's what I'm interested in. Get a Switch, and then if you sub to their service, you'll get all the old ones as well. It's awesome. Only reason why I bought it. Don't be telling me that, Gobby. I'll be right. I already got me Christmas present. Damn, I'll have to wait for my birthday, which is in June. If I could afford one, I would. The Switch. I tell you, man, yeah. I heard you could play all the old Mario games. Man, do you imagine the streaming fun we'd have with that, Gobby? Absolutely brilliant. We'd have some laugh. Actually, that reminds me of streaming. So here's JWC came to me and came up with a suggestion, which I think is an absolutely great idea. So while we're on this channel and we've got a lot more people that actually watch compared to the other one, um, I said I'll bring it up here. So now this is just gaming talk for a second, guys. Just bear with us, right? It was suggested that along with the World Cup that's coming up, that we do a FIFA 23 World Cup with people from this community. So we've already got myself that has agreed, and obviously JWC because he's suggested it. Daniel has agreed, and I think there was a couple of other people. I think Cinnamon said he as well. So that's four people. If we can get another four people, this is how we're going to do it. There's 8 groups, I think, anyway. So if we can get 4 people, right, each person will get their own group. So you'll play the AI twice, 3 times in the group. And then whoever makes it out of that, then obviously we're going to end up playing against each other. So we're thinking of holding our own World Cup. Now this is how I'm going to do it as well. I thought of this. So everybody, so it's fair. So it's fair. People will have to give me 2 teams that they would like to be as options. And what we'll do is we'll work it out that whatever option is you'll get I'll think of something. But 2 teams that you could choose, but would obviously then out of those 2 teams you'll get one. See what teams people want to play with. And then what happens is then we'll obviously have the last 16, the quarterfinals, and then semi-finals, and then the final. So if you're interested in that, taking part in that, let me know. Also, yeah, we'll pick them out of a hat. Yeah, I always overcomplicate things, don't I, Gabby? Um, and yeah, maybe hopefully sometime me and Gabby will get together as well because we did actually discuss it on Twitter. I have Black Ops 3. I have a couple of the Call of Duties or something, and maybe we'll team up and we'll go and kill some random people on the internet. Um, Play online or something, or kill zombies or whatever you want to do. We play some of that. So I'm planning on trying to bring people on with me because the thing about it is you can actually game share. Even if they don't have the game, they can come and join you as well, which is great. Um, and we can have them in the party in our lobby and all of that. So it'll be great, man. It'll be great. So I want to bring other people on the gaming channel, like we do on this channel. Bring people on to play with me. Because a lot of people in the chat that do turn up, but they're strangers, and they say, "Oh, could we play zombies with you?" But if there are people in here that would like to actually play, then add me on. If you want me handle, let me know, and I'll add you, or give me user handle, because that'll be easier for me because I'm an idiot. But if you give me your handle, send it to me privately, I will add you. I've got Black Ops 3 on PlayStation. Yeah, I've got it on PlayStation 4. I also have it on PlayStation 3 where I have every single map. The only problem with PlayStation 3 is I don't have a controller, but I'm thinking of getting one because I might hook up the PlayStation 3 because I have a shitload of games on that. And I've also got loads of movies on it. I've got Man of Steel on it as well. I've got actually I remember most of the movies I have on it. I think I have Inglorious on it as well. I have the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The extended cuts. I've got Black Ops 3 as well. So there you go, man. Me, you, and Cinnamon killing zombies, man. Or just killing everybody. There you go. We could do a Black Ops stream. I'd love to play zombies, which is anyway. I'm pretty alright at zombies because people, because I know you guys would live. That's the thing when you play with people online, right? As soon as they die. Now I've done it myself the odd time on that game. I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say I haven't done it myself. But since I came back playing Black Ops 3, every person that we play with, we'll get a team of 4. And as soon as one person is down, they'll just leave straight away, even if it's the early rounds. Because they want this perfect record, you see. So yeah. Right, so Cinnamon has given me sent me a message. Gabby, if you want to give us your that's if you don't mind. Don't want to put you on the bleeding spot. Sorry about that. But if you want to send me your yoke, and we can organize something soon. I'm not saying now. It'd be great, but I have to embarrass myself on FIFA 23 for a while. Um, but yeah, I'd love to play. Love to play. But if you want to play actually after this stream, let me know. Let me know actually, because I'd be up for one. I'd be up first at least a couple of games. That'd be good. And there's Cheryl. How's your back club now? Still a bit ropey? Yeah. But I gotta get this medicine tasting. Oh, she just took her medicine. She just tweaked her back when she picked up Ted today. It can happen, can't it? Like, just tweak your back. It could be a bunch of things, but I guess that's what I mean. It just can happen. I tweaked me back lifting up that sofa. Do you remember? But that was, yeah. I'm not good with stuff like that. Like, to me, when it happens to me, right? I act all well. Actually, Cheryl will say that I overreact and I'm a hypochondriac. No, I haven't actually. But thanks for reminding me because I had keeping my mind off it. Like I was doing that thing where you don't. You know what I mean? She just can't help herself, can't she? Know, lads. Here, if you just want to play zombies, so I can take my frustrations out on zombies, let me know. Anyway, back to this news. Anyway, Bonnie Langford. Look, I'd be up for it because I know if RTD brings back a classic companion, And Daniel actually, Scottish Davros wrestles with pop culture. Will tell you, and friend. Oh, sorry, Scottish Davros and friends wrestle with pop culture. Will tell you that classic companions were respected in the Sarah Jane Adventures because he's done it there. So I actually have no worries about that. And if she has actually said this, right, that she'd only agreed to come back that if he developed her character and she wasn't all screamy, well then I say fair play to her. It shows me that she actually cares about the character and she understands that this is some of the criticisms that fans have had about our character, and she wants to rectify it. And she said that even there in that, if it's true, that she did try and get our role to be a bigger role, but she was obviously ignored at the time, you know. So look, I say give her another chance. I mean, we'd all be like, if it was Paul McGann, we'd all jump at that. Of course, nobody would. You know what I mean? You don't even have to ask us twice about that one. The companion that I would love to really see come back is Jamie, and I still think it's possible. That's the thing. It's actually possible. Obviously, he'd be an older version of Jamie, but you could do it. Or you could just use the technology. I'm pretty sure Fraser Hines would be up for that. Not a bother. If they did it with bleeding Mark Hamill, they could do it with him. That's what I'd love to see come back. I'd love to see Jamie come back.
You owe me these.
Yeah, go on, have the packet. Have it. Before I change my mind, do you know what she's after doing again, lads? Guess what?
Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay.
But you can tell them why I'm trying this.
Go on, just go on. Give me orange juice anyway, will you please?
The orange or the pineapple?
No, me put orange juice because I opened up orange juice yesterday, so I have to start drinking me orange juice. She gets me orange juice and pineapple juice and apple juice.
Still go through it too quickly.
And she says I go through it too quickly. I probably do. Actually, no. No, actually, I don't probably do. I actually do, but I can't help it. The orange juice nowadays is not like the orange juice we grew up with growing up as kids. Like, they actually give you orange. Come on, everyone. Show some support for Noel. Thank you. I really appreciate that again, Chris. You're always here. And everybody else that's here as well. Thank you for the support. You know, I really. Torlo would be my choice. Actually, well done, Lindsay. That's because it's a nice little thing to do. Also, I'll ask the question. Lindsay has given her choice. Torlo, right? So let me know in the chat what classic companion would you now listen. Even if there's classic companions returning back for this crap that's coming up, right? Don't take that into account when you're giving me your opinion. If there's one that's in that, but you still want to come back for RTD, just say, right? So which classic companion or assistant or whatever you want to call them would you like to see come back? So the interest is C. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch, there he is. We'll throw his comment up there. So hold on. He says Perry or Joe. Tens Hoovian. has said, I love Ace, but she's back. Perry would be my next choice. And Sadako is actually giving us a few choices. So let's throw them all up there. So Sadako says Romana. He says Leela. Susan. We got Jamie there as well. Again, I think Jamie would be nice to come back. Ace, Martha, Susan, Jamie, Romana, Joe, Scottish Stavros, and friends wrestle with pop culture. Just says, let's bring them all here back. Let's just bring them all back. Yeah, they could do a new Romana, a new regeneration, says Cinnamon Toast. I'd be wanting a Romana spin-off series since forever. And his choice is also Romana, so oh, this is an interesting one from Philip though. Ooh, would love a story where unknown to the Doctor, Adric was whisked away by the Time Lords. So he didn't die on Earthshock. Interesting. Interesting. They could have used the time scoop. And Sadako says he'd like to see Zoe again too. Jesus, you just want to see them all come back, don't you, guys? See, but it just goes to show you how starved you are for good Doctor Who, isn't it? It's kind of sad, really, that we feel this way. But what can you do? What can you do? A Romana spin-off would be a good idea. I have to say, see, again, I don't want to get into this whole big debate thing, but if you wanted the female Time Lord led series, that's the way you should have went with it. And look, if Jodie was cast in the role, it's not Doctor Who, so I don't give a shit. I do like Romana, but I mean, the Doctor is the main character in his show. Yeah, and you never know. She probably would have played it different. She could have been good. Give me Polly Wright and her kids. I feel it would ruin the fifth Doctor and his relationship with Tegan and Nissa. Yeah, it is funny, even though you know BBC have finally let everybody know what. Well, I don't know if the trailer is going to give us the date, the time, and the date. But even though that's happening and that's the big news, we're sitting here and we're talking about classic companions and about the RTD era. It says a lot. Says a lot. I haven't heard anybody even in the chat complain to me that the fact that I've decided not to review it or anything like that. Yous are all kind of like, yeah, do what you want. Because nobody gives a shit. Nobody actually gives a crap. We've gotten to that stage. We're just all waiting for the RTD era. I speak for everyone when I say, oh no, I speak for everyone when I say we want Yaz back. I cringe typing that, he says. Well, you nearly broke me computer there because even me computer couldn't register that. Yaz the plank. Oh, and by the way, I'm slagging her character. I am not slagging the actress. There's a fucking difference. I love these fans that can't distinguish the difference between that character and the actress. As an actress, anyway, I've seen a couple of her tweets before she left or got banned off Twitter for a racist Papadom post. But she came across as a bit of an arrogant sod anyway, complaining about pillows that she bought in Debenhams. I wish I could afford to go and buy pillows out of Debenhams, to be quite honest with you. But I go to fucking Argos to get my fucking pillows. Like, you know, I can't afford Debenham pillows and all of these fancy cushiony pillows with extra cushiony cushions and stuff, right? I have to go and buy the cheap version in Argos or Argus, right? But we're talking about a character. Our character is a plank. In Chesterfield, Chesterton, oh, whatever that fella's name was, again says unknown, don't trust numbers. Well, don't trust the number 13. Woo, 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 woo. Bring back Nissa too. I'm starved like everyone here. Jesus, he's really getting into he's really are banging out the suggestions. Let me see. Lindsay Rowe. What did Lindsay write there? Hold on. I would actually like to see the old wooden Ford Doctor's console room back in an episode with the new Doctor too, says Lindsay. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does for Shooty's Tardis. Because shock horror, all you Jody bots out there. There's something I didn't like about the RTD era, and do you know what that was? Actually, there was two things I didn't like. I didn't like his Doctor Who logo, and I didn't like his Coral TARDIS. Ooh, isn't that a shock? I didn't like something. I always thought Moffat's TARDIS interiors were better. Anyway, so I hope. But he explained his reasons behind why the TARDIS was designed that way, and don't get me wrong, it makes absolute sense, right? I just didn't like it personally. It just wasn't my favorite TARDIS console room. The Moffat ones were, if I'm quite honest. But I didn't care because his writing was great. You know, I wasn't really focusing on me dislike for the TARDIS because, as I said, the episodes were great and they focused on good character development and stuff. So I hope this time around, though, he actually gets it right. Now, a lot of people say that he did get it right with this TARDIS, but for me, he got it wrong. So it'll be nice to see him do something different. Well, he will do something different, but it'll be nice to see what he does for Shooty's TARDIS. Is the news good or bad? Well, for anybody that just popped into the chat late, so Bonnie Langford may be returning as Mel. a guest appearance in Ncuti Gatwa's era of Doctor Who, but apparently she has said that she only agreed to come back because apparently her character is going to be developed and she won't be screaming like she was screaming all the time. Uh, if you want to know more, Leland, and anybody else that has joined, if you want to know more, the article by the Mirror is in the link description of this stream. So if you go down to the link description there, you'll see the article. It's a short read, and you can find out the details, all of the details there. And then if you're interested, BBC just dropped an announcement that apparently the trailer for the train wreck that's coming up is tomorrow, but we're not talking about that because we don't give a shit. So Joe Grant may be in the crap special. Great, yeah. As we said, we're not talking about that. We don't really give a shit. I think it's for the 60th. Well, that's what I said, though. That's what I said. We don't know, because I said earlier in this stream, like it's speculation, but yeah, I wouldn't rule her out coming back for the 60th. I have always said on this channel, and everybody will remember this line. I've always said, don't be surprised if more classic companions return. Because as I told you already, RTD had originally decided that he was going to bring back certain people. And of course, Chris Chibnall then decided that he wanted to bring back some people, but some of the people he wanted to bring back, RTD wanted. Right? So this is spite from Chibnall, to be quite honest. I don't think he liked the fact that he was being replaced by RTD, because he even said in an interview he didn't know he was being replaced by RTD. Now, why wouldn't they tell the current showrunner that he was being replaced? He found out he found out a few hours before we did, 12 hours or something, the day before or whatever, right? That's when he found out. She'd even done an interview to say that, you remember, they didn't know whether they were coming back. Even Mandip did an interview. Well, we don't know if that's it. They didn't know. Because nobody bothered to tell him. So this is bitter, this centenary, man. Because he was originally supposed to do the 60th. Right? This is why he's getting his centenary now. Now, don't get me wrong. BBC probably already had planned to have a special episode of Doctor Who to mark the centenary. But this thing now has become bigger because it actually is in line now, coexists with Jodie Whittaker's regeneration or degeneration or whatever it's going to be. Right? So that's why it's going to be an hour and a half. So she's supposed to be getting this spectacular. It's supposed to be great, apparently. That's what I've heard. But is this people just saying that because they really want, they're egging them on now at this stage to go out on a high? I hope it is good. I hope it does go out on a high. Still not going to make up for the last 5 years. But if he goes out on a high, well done. But he's not going to get a pat on the back. Because he should have done this consistently for 3 series then, if that's the case. If he goes out on a high. So it still harps back to the question. Well, if you can do this for your centenary, just say it ends up being great, right? Well, then how come you couldn't do it for the last 3 series? Still going to be questions. Still going to be no answers. Okay, well then, did we not? We seen some of the video, but you're saying there was more video. Okay, well then that's fair enough. I want Benny back from Orphan 55. You're taking the piss now, Cinnamon Toast. Doing everything they can to resurrect the ratings, save casting a traditional doctor. I always wanted Ray as a companion after Mel, says Lindsay. Chibnall needs to grow up. If he's doing this to spite RTD's friend, then that's out of order. Look, obviously, I was told that, but, as I say with everything that I say, take with a pinch of salt. But you're seeing other stuff that I've reported on has come true. So take it whatever which way you want to take it. But all I'll just say is that, you know even the announcement today, the way they done it, it's just like I'll just get it out. They don't care. Uh, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens with the classic companions. If there's any more news on the RTD era or any more articles being done, and again, the media focusing rather on that. Now, obviously, they'll focus on this now because obviously they've decided to drop something tomorrow. But a lot of the articles, a lot of the stuff has been talking about potential of what might happen with the RTD era and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead. The end game is nearly here. And we'll be able to finally just wait in anticipation for RTD stuff. I hope the first thing he drops personally myself, I hope he drops the logo first. Obviously, we already know who the doctor is. I'd hold back on the companion for now. I would drop a logo, because I'd like to see what his new logo is going to be like. Because I'm pretty sure he's not going to keep that logo. I'm pretty sure he's going to change it up. They normally do. But we'll have to see. Well, the TARDIS interior. We spoke about this on the channel. The TARDIS interior is going to be in Shooty's era is going to be something that you've never seen before. There's going to be levels to it, so you're actually going to see how big the TARDIS is, because they've got this new the technology that they use nowadays, that they can literally digitize a whole set, a whole background and stuff. So you're gonna see, trust me, you're gonna see things because there's money here. There's money thrown at it. Bring back the swimming pool, says disaster area, and dry out the library, says Leland. I'm sure he'll change it. So yeah, I mean, there's loads of stuff he could do with his era, and we might get a taster of that in this 60th anniversary. We've already seen the footage of the explosions, and it looks like they've spent money on this. Be under no illusion, this is big. This is big. They're literally now. I'm not saying they've never closed off streets before. Of course they have, when they're filming in certain areas and stuff like that. But this seems on a larger scale. This seems on a larger scale. This 60th anniversary or multiple story, whatever it is going to be absolutely something phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm still excited. Still excited, and that's rare nowadays in Doctor Who to be still excited about something, you know? And I'll be honest, he was on a bit of shaky ground when he was coming out getting all political, and I was just like, listen, it's not the fact that he was coming out and stuff. There's a time and a place, but this wasn't the time to be getting political. I could understand why he had the point of view that he has, but at the same time, you are brought back or you came back to save the show. So concentrate on that. Let your writing do the talking. Let your writing do the talking. All people want is escapism. Remember that. We're not even asking for much. You think we were asking for the crown jewels or something, right? All we're asking for is when we turn on our TV, right? We watch the news. We're on social media. We know all the doom and gloom. But when we switch on our TV, that's the time where we're supposed to be able to switch off from all the nonsense that's going on in society and in the world around us, right? And for that hour or whatever it is pure escapism. We're not even asking for much. Escapism. I've already seen the photographs. Unknown. We actually threw them up, so it's not a spoiler. But um, yeah, that was reported on a few months back. Don't worry about that. Um, there was apparently the rumor is that it's going to be switching console interiors as the episode goes on. Apparently, we know that one. Um, so yeah, again, it's going to be interesting, and it's certainly going to get people excited. I mean, we're talking about it now. There's other channels talking about it. Everybody's just like, come on, can we just get this other thing over and done with so we can fully concentrate and fully focus on the RTD era? That doesn't tell you all you need to know. Like, as I said, I'll watch the trailer tomorrow, right? But I'm not going to react to it on here. I'll just watch it and see. I might put up a comment on Twitter after I watch it, give me opinion on it. But I'm not going to come on here and talk about it. I don't care. I just want the episode to be over. Watch Jodie regenerate or degenerate or whatever the fuck she's going to bleed and do. Nobody knows what our doctor is going to do now at this stage. Everybody's speculating left, right, and centre, right? But at the end of the day, when that happens, we'll see what happens, and then we'll be able to move on fully to RTD2. And what's the date now? The date is the 7th. So they've decided to throw the trailer up tomorrow on the 8th. So the 8th of October. The 8th of October will live in infamy. That was the day that BBC dropped the Doctor Who trailer on Doctor Who fans. We are at war with our TV audience. Scottish Davros with and friends wrestle with pop culture. I don't know if it's excitement for me, but I do need more info from RTD. I just want to laugh, cry, and say holy crap again. Give my escapism and adventure. Which is my 57th birthday. Well, happy 57th birthday to you, Philip. Everybody wish Philip a happy birthday. Thank you very much. Well done. So yeah, I just can't wait. I just I've got a positive vibe going about this now. This anniversary special. Um, and then from then on, Series 14 info. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be busy, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And the birthday wishes are coming in. We got one from Cinnamon there, so I'll throw it up. If you want to send you our birthday wishes there, I'll throw them up on screen. So there you go, another happy birthday there. We got the Nerdaholics. We got the Nerdaholics in the chat. Sean, how are you? Evening all, and chat. Hope everyone is well. It's the news that the last 5 years are a collective nightmare induced by the Dream Lord. Oh Jesus, I wish it was, mate. I wish it was. But this nightmare does end soon. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. And Philip is thanking everybody for the birthday wish. Yeah, for the birthday wishes. I got tongue tied there. It's so close. In a few days, it'll be officially the Russell era again. Says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, how is actually that is a question. So it has been a good few. It has been a while. It's been a year since he's been announced, isn't it? Or I think it's been that long now, hasn't it? But how is all feeling? Is people optimistic about the future of Doctor Who? Of course, a lot's happened since then. Russell T has also said a few things, and there's been other stuff said. But other than all of that, how is everybody feeling about the RTD era? Is people still super excited? Are there people still hesitant to, are people still a bit cautious? Or is there people that are still outright done with the show? Let me know how you feel, actually. Will you give RTD2 a chance? Let me know. Give me whatever opinion you have. Let me know. Because I'm still super excited. I'm still super excited, I have to say. So Philip says, I'm cautiously optimistic. We've got Cinnamon Toast Crunch, extremely excited. My main issue are Chibnall's writing and Jodie's doctor, and they're both gone. Fair point. Fair point. Again, let us know how you are all feeling in the chat. We got Nerdaholics there with a comment. They say, I'm excited for RTD until he start opening his mouth and recently mentioned the dreaded Doctor Who needs to reflect the world we live in spiel. I'll see how the 60th goes. Yeah, a lot of the showrunners do say that in shows that the show has to reflect modern society. And in some ways they are actually right because, Doctor Who, you know, Star Trek, you know, they kind of did take on issues that were relevant of its time, but the difference is that it wasn't the entire focus. I think today is that they've misinterpreted what they should be doing. The only one thing that Doctor Who should reflect is Doctor Who says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Science fiction does not need to reflect modern society. It's about imaging other realities, says Leland. A very good point there. And we got Chris saying hello to Sean. It's nice to see Sean in the chat. It has been a while, but it's nice to see some of the old faces pop in. I know you have all been busy and you all have your lives and shit's been going on and stuff like that. But it does be nice when we see us all popping in once in a while. It does be nice. Reminds me of the old days. And he says, I won't be a Dobby downer though. The main thing is that the Emperor Chibnall and Whittaker Vader are gone. LOL. I think Sean has very strong feelings on those pair. Just like myself. Nothing wrong with that. Lindsay says, I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed for this era to be great. And Scottish Stavros and friends wrestle with pop culture. I don't know yet how I'm feeling, but I will maybe in a few episodes of the main series a crack, then make up my mind, says Scottish Stavros. I remember when Daniel was really, really excited at the start, and I could see that's kind of shifted a little bit, but that's because of some of the stuff he's been hearing, and of course RTD, as Sean has rightly pointed out, hasn't helped the situation. But I will say this to you guys, right? And I said this at the time. Remember, RTD was very controversial back in 2005. Even in 2004, when he was announcing Doctor Who, he did some interviews and some stuff and had opinions that not everybody agreed with, right? But he let Doctor Who do the talking. I don't think he's changed in that regard. But I did say I just wish he had have actually kept his mouth shut. This is why I don't like them talking about politics, because this is what happens. Some fans then do lose a little bit of faith, when they're excited about the return of someone that they actually thought did well for Doctor Who, and then they start going on about all of that. It can be a bit of a downer. Yeah?
Go get me a milkshake.
No. I'm in the middle of a stream.
When it's over.
No, to bring Ted down when I'm finished.
It's Friday night.
Yeah. No milkshakes.
I just want a milkshake.
No.
I do everything
I'm
for you.
I'm not going for a milkshake. Jesus, woman.
The number of times I run out to get you specifically.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Anyway,
give me a milkshake. You're terrible.
Leland says
Ted.
Leland said if people want a modern society, they can watch EastEnders. Well, even that's gone crap, man. Even the way they talk in that show is ridiculous now. It's like, oh, you better not do that or you'll be cancelled. Like, nobody talks like that. Well, if that's the way the kids talk today, then I feel sorry for them, because I don't talk like that. Like, I'm not worried about people saying, oh, don't say that or you get cancelled. Well, screw them. They're snowflakes and they're the ones that are getting upset about stuff. Well, that's on them, not on me. I'm not going to modify my behaviour because someone is weak. Jesus Christ. Cinnamon Toast Crunch says, I'm just picture it how RTD, Shooty Gatwa and Rose aiding Ellis. That sounds great, says Cinnamon. Chris Persia says, actually, neither fantasy nor science fiction need to reflect the world at the moment. That's why we watch that form of entertainment. to see to see different perspectives and see new stories. I do agree with that one. Absolutely spot on. That's what I said. Writers have misinterpreted what fans are saying to them. I think it's done deliberately. Sean says, sorry it's been so long now, mate. Little one, work and the band. Yeah, I seen you put the band back together. You know, that to me, when I seen that and I heard that, I thought, do you know what? That's brilliant. There is, man, because I could see that you enjoy that part of your life, man, and absolutely, man, follow your passions, you know, and you've got your little kid as well, which is great, and you've got your job. So well done, man. Well done, man. It's nice to see you out there, man, and rocking it, rock on, brother, as they say, rock on. Ted wants bacon. No, don't start this again now. Ted wants bacon. Bacon. Noel's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Cinnamon toast crunch, for fuck's sake. Uh, uh, Jesus Christ. Sean says, thank you, Noel. It's lots of fun. That's it, man. Follow your passions. That's what I say. Leland, Tom Baker is trending. I thought you said 10. Tom Baker's on Talking Pictures channel now. Jesus, I thought I said trending. I was gonna like, what the fuck? Lord thought, LOL. That was a good one, I have to say. But for fuck's sake, come on. It's not my milkshake the boys want. Actually, you don't want Jodie Whittaker's milkshake either, so like I mean, so go on, Noel. You know you want. Right. Listen, I'm gonna say something controversial here, but I'll probably have a milkshake once every 5 years, maybe 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not a huge fan of milkshakes. I do like a good strawberry milkshake now. I won't lie, but I'm not. That's the thing. When I see people go to McDonald's and all, and they get their burger and their fries and stuff, and then they order a milkshake, I just don't know how they can do that. I order Coke or a Sprite. I don't do milkshakes. It's not very often that I'd have a milkshake. So no, they don't want my milkshake. Milkshake Zone talks, says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We've got a few more milkshake puns in the chat as well. Everybody's enjoying themselves right now. I'm just milkshakes. What is that? I can't. I can understand the milkshake. I can't understand people dipping their. I know. Yeah. 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 Someone who does that needs to explain to me. And I don't want to just hear, oh, it's just nice, right? I want to I want you filthy people that dip your fries into your milkshake. Yes, you are filthy for doing it because it's a food combo that should not exist, right? But I tell you why. Actually, you don't even need to answer that question for me. I know why it's done. See, fries, as you know, are not just fries. They've got shitload of sugar in them, right? So that's why they work. Because the fries are full of sugar. Milkshakes for all. Oh, we got a few more now. Shake Cinnamon's crunch. Oh, Jesus, that's a mouthful. Uh, ew. Who really dips? I've seen people do it. I've seen people do it in McDonald's. It's fucking disgusting. Almost as bad as pineapple on pizza. No, that's an abomination. That should never exist. Never exist. It is wrong, but and he's off to watch Tom Baker, says Leland. Nice of you to pop in, Leland. You enjoy your Tom Baker. Same, it's McDonald's crowd that dip their fries. Exactly. I never see it really happen in Burger King, have to say. It does seem to be a thing that's associated with McDonald's. I even think, did McDonald's even do an ad campaign one time where they actually had someone dip their fucking fries into their milkshake? McDonald's milkshakes are too thick to drink. They are, but I do love a straw. But leave it for a few minutes. But I will say that strawberry milkshake, when I do have one, which is very rare, they are lovely. I'm not going to like McDonald's do use proper cream, and I know because I worked in one. Right, they use proper cream. Like that's one thing I will give them. They use proper cream. So when you're getting a milkshake, you're getting a proper milkshake. Like it's proper. They don't in Ireland now, I don't know if it's the same in America, but in Ireland they use proper cream and you're getting a proper when you get your ice cream as well, same as well, proper cream. Right? I don't know if it's the same in America. They do have powdered fucking cream over there as well. I don't know if they do it in McDonald's, but I do know if you watch the founder, the McDonald's story. They used that powdered cream for fucking a couple of years, and then people gave out and they went to real cream. I can't believe we're talking about McDonald's, but this is what I love about this channel. We've literally talked about what we needed to talk about, and then we always talk about random shit at the end, and I love it. I love it. Right, let's see what other comments, because there's some interesting. Yeah, it's the McDonald's crowd. Everybody's saying goodnight to Leland. So again, good night, Leland. Uh, toast in a milkshake. What? I know you're taking the piss there now with the toast in a milkshake. Come on. Uh Nerdaholics, yeah, strawberry milkshake is the best, but only after the meal and none of the chip dipping bollocks. I agree. See, that's the biggest mistake people make. Leave your milkshake to one side, right? Get your burger, right, at McDonald's, open it up, put your fries on the lid part of the burger, right? Okay, you've got your fries on one side, you've got your fucking burger on the other side. Eat your fucking fries with your tomato ketchup or whatever sauce you like, or your dip, yeah? And then eat your bleed burger, and then sit there then and enjoy your milkshake. You have to leave your milkshake for a while. Let me see. Out of curiosity, I've tried chips and milkshake once. It was actually pretty nice. Thought it would be awful. I mean, whatever floats your boat. I'm not saying people shouldn't. It wouldn't be something I do. I actually have respect for me mouth. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Let's see. Yep, no, the milkshake is a dessert. I agree. Milkshake and toast. Again, is at the popping up. Um, now I get it. Cinnamon toast. Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm a tick. I'm a tick. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm only copping on now. Uh, wow, seems me and Noel are on the same page. Strawberry milkshake from McDonald's. Absolutely, man. It is. Strawberry milkshake out of McDonald's. I'm telling you now, forget about any other milkshake anywhere else. Strawberry milkshake out of McDonald's. And I even love the strawberry sundaes as well, but that's just a personal preference. But I love the strawberry sundaes out of McDonald's. Fuck that fudge nonsense and that caramel nonsense, right? It's all about strawberry for me. And with strawberries, guys, I just love. Right now, I will admit the strawberry is very sweet on the sundae, but I love it. I just love it. And even better, right? Even better, get two of those apple pies, right? Scalding hot. Buy an ice cream sundae, right? And put the ice cream over the apple pies. Open up the obviously, as you know, McDonald's apple pies are very hot. You open up that ice cream, melts into it, and you've got yourself a lovely, lovely dessert. Seriously, man. McDonald's gets a bad rep, yeah, and rightly so, right? But nobody can deny that some of its food is actually amazing. If it's cooked, if you get a proper McDonald's properly cooked and hot, that's why you always go into a McDonald's, a pain in the arse, right? But always go into a McDonald's that's busy. Best time. Just got here. What's the news? Oh well, we're talking about milkshakes now. The news is Bonnie Langford is rumored to be coming back as a guest appearance in Shooty's series of Doctor Who. And also, if you're interested, which I don't think you are, but that trailer for that Abomination is dropping tomorrow, BBC announced. But we haven't been talking about that. We've been talking about Bonnie, and now we were talking about PlayStation, Nintendo, and now for some weird reason we're talking about McDonald's milkshake, strawberry milkshake, and how people dip fries into their milkshake. You know, people say that we don't have fun here. People say, "Oh, no, it's always serious." We always have fun here. People just don't watch. LOL, Daniel. Pasta salad. Oh, we're not starting this shit again, are we? That brings back a lot of old school. Oh, yeah. Do you remember the pasta salad? Yeah, yeah. Do we put? Do we put? Do we put a pasta? Do we put pasta in the microwave? Do you remember that? Yeah. Fudge Sunday all the way, says Scottish Stavros. Oh, we're gonna have to have a falling out. Right, here we go, right. I'll ask the question. Right? We'll see which one wins, Daniel. Right? So, Fudge Sunday, Caramel Sunday, or Strawberry Sunday? Let me know what your favourite one is. Toss the salad, says Simon and Toast Crunch. Nuggets and curry sauce for me. Now listen, Lee. I'll agree with you there, right? For some weird reason, those chicken nuggets and that sweet curry sauce, right? And you think cold sweet curry sauce is going to be awful, but there's nothing better. There's nothing better than getting yourself either a 6 piece or whatever how many pieces they do nowadays. What's a 6, 9, 12? And now they have a big. Like literally, I'd eat chicken nuggets with just that sauce all the time. I have to say, I love their chicken nuggets. Yeah. So we've got so hold on, because Chris has put it up how to do it, right? So hit 1 for fudge, 2 for caramel, and 3 for strawberry. And if someone in the chat can keep an eye on how many people actually say what number, right? So let's see, we've got 1 for Strawberry. Well, that's 2 because I'm agreeing with Chris. Nerdaholic. Nerdaholics is going for caramel. Daniel is going for fudge. Oh, did you? Yeah, Daniel's going for fudge. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is going with fudge. Oh, fudge is winning. Another one for strawberry. If I'm correct, so that's 1, 2, 1, 2. No, that's 1, 2, 3 for fudge and 3 for strawberry. One for caramel. We got another couple of trays. So it looks like strawberry is winning right now, but I think there's only one in it. So I have to say strawberry is my favorite. The fudge is alright, but I would go with Nerdaholics there. If I couldn't get strawberry, then I would get the caramel fudge. Or caramel one, not the fudge. I don't know. But everybody seems to love the fudge one. Pasta salad is reporting for duty. Right, well then, okay, I dare you to do a poll on Twitter. Do you know what? I might for the laugh. Do you know? Because that's what it's all about. I will, and then I'll ask what everybody's favorite milkshake is, which I'm gonna ask you guys now. Now, same again. 1 for strawberry, 2 for what do they do in milkshakes? Chocolate, isn't it? And then there's mint. Isn't it chocolate and mint milkshakes? I can't believe we're having a stream on milkshakes. I love this. You guys rock, man. Yous all rock. Alright, so there's vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate, isn't it? Oh, they've got banana as well. Oh, I've never had the banana though. It's been that long since I've actually had a milkshake that I didn't even know they had a banana and vanilla. Now, I'm just going to tell you that I actually love banana and vanilla. So I can't believe they actually do banana and vanilla milkshakes as well. But no, it's still going to be strawberry for me though. Jeez, well then there's too many milkshakes then. But where's my drink? Mint is the week before Paddy's Day. Yeah, I don't mind the mint. They do it here the week before Paddy's Day as well. It's not bad, but I'm not a huge fan of anything with mint in it really. I do like after eights and they peppermint or something. And I like the other bar, the peppermint bar. They're nice, actually. But there's not too many things now that I like. I'm not a big fan of mint ice cream. I have to be honest. Let's not even get started on McFlurries. Oh, feck off, man. Oh, my favourite. Actually, I can tell you what my favourite McFlurry was. You know, Flake wasn't too bad, but for me, it was always the M&M peanut. M&M peanut for me. But we won't get into that because I can't believe there's 15 people here still listening to us talk bang on about McDonald's. I'll probably have you all starving now. Anyway, we always like to end on a bit of a fun note, don't we? So, So so that's the main news. Bonnie Langford, apparently, if the rumors are to be believed, Twix is not bad either. Actually, I like the Twix ice cream. Do you remember they start doing the ice cream versions? But my favourite ice cream that they do is Snickers ice cream. Snickers ice cream. Give me a Snickers ice cream any day of the week. But we will leave it there with all the with all the food now. Yeah, a few people are saying Twix McFlurry. I'll throw those comments up there. Yeah, nice one, nice one. Anyway, as I said, BBC have announced that they're dropping a trailer tomorrow. So good luck with that, all you when you watch it. I'll throw a comment up on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter and you want to let me know how you feel, how you felt about the trailer, yeah, don't be too shy or hesitant to leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of the trailer. It'd be very interesting to hear what everybody has to say about it, because obviously we'll get a proper look now of what we can expect from this centenary special. And then obviously the day the centenary happens, then we will be live, and you will obviously be with us for that. We'll have the live watch along, and then we will have the live panel. And then, if you want to know what my views and opinions of the centenary special will be, join me for the member stream that night as well. So we're going to be very busy all day that day. We will have 3 live streams, 2 on the main channel, 2 non-member streams basically, and a member stream where I will be giving you my unedited raw opinion on the final episode of this shit show era that we've had to tolerate. So yeah, yeah, that's it. So listen, go and check out Scottish Stavros and Friends Wrestle with Pop Culture's channel. Nerdaholics also have a channel. So go and check those lads out. They do some great videos and reviews there. Fantastic. We've also got Gobby Guy was in earlier on. So go and support his channel as well. As I said, we've got some great people in the community doing some great work. So credit where credit is due. Draw and Jack Rabbit is another channel as well. I would urge everybody to go and support. Again, does reviews and stuff like that. So go and check it out on toys and character options and all of that stuff. He goes and sends away for stuff and then reviews them. Very good channel there. So check that channel out as well. And Dan from the Space Book, obviously, go and check out their channel. Do some good work there. I think Dan and Co are on a bit of a break at the moment. So yeah, don't forget to tune in here. As I said, we've been live every day this week. As I said, we were going to get back into it now and get back the momentum. And it's had a positive impact on the channel. So thank you guys for sticking with me. We've also managed to gain a few more subs. So whoever you guys are that have subbed to the channel, thank you very much for becoming a subscriber. I hope you like what you're hearing on the channel. On this channel, we talk about, yes, it's mostly Doctor Who, but we do talk about other stuff. We do have a laugh, and we talk about random topics as well, as you can tell. It's just one of those channels. We just, that's the way. We're just so all used to each other now. It's just like, you know, it's just like we've known each other for years, so we can banter off each other, and it's good. Let's get Noel to 3K, says Nerdaholics. Listen, that'll never happen, but thank you for that. But I do appreciate everybody that has stuck with me and stuck by this channel. I really appreciate it. And as I said, I'm happy with the way things are going here. And if we don't, look, 3K would be amazing. But look, I've got to be a realist here. I've, we do gain subs, but not at the rate that other channels do, and that's just because we get ghosted a lot and blacklisted a lot, and there's a lot of negativity out there towards the channel. So look, we're used to it. We enjoy what we do, and we've got our core audience. That's you guys. So we appreciate it all. We still going with the milkshake jokes, but this one is good. Chibnall never got a milkshake as a child. I don't think he got very much of anything as a child. I think that's why he's so bitter. Unfortunately, maybe his parents didn't love him enough. Nerdaholic says, "Never say never." Uh, that is true as well. Remember as well, actually, while we got some of the old faces in here as well, just want to say that we do membership streams, right? But I bring people on that we've had on in the past to do a one-on-one member stream where we just chat like we've been chatting now about random else shit, or if there's stuff that you want to talk about, you can come on the member stream with me and we'll talk, and it's for the members obviously. So if you're interested, if there's anybody interested that hasn't been on at the moment, we've had a few people on that are in the chat, but there are a couple of you that are in the chat that have streamed with me before that haven't been on a member stream. If you'd like to be part of one, send me a message. Send me a message, and you're more than welcome to join. Someone says there, because it just says Facebook user, it doesn't tell me who actually writes the bloody comment. Let's see. Does it say Facebook user on where is it? So right, it's up on the screen. Hate the way it does that. Wow. Chris Persia has just gifted uh, five membership channel memberships to J JWC Reviews, PD Rich, Gobby Guy, Renee Silver, and Peter D. Wow, man! Thank you for that, Chris. You're an absolute legend, man. And welcome to the new members. That is absolutely amazing. I see that happening on other people's channels, and I do be amazed by it. Um, that's very nice. I have to say, no, Chris, seriously, man, that is absolutely brilliant of you, man. It's Willie P. It's Willie. Hey, Willie. Yeah, you come up as Facebook user, but you did say there might have been sometimes where I disagreed with some of your points, but the fact that I can still enjoy your comment should be a clue that you're doing something right, says Willie P. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. Look, at people don't always have to agree with me. You know what I mean? And sometimes, yeah, I even kind of think back at some stuff I said, and I can understand why people didn't agree with me on that, right? Um, but the main thing is that we're not falling out, we're not having any issue, and we can just get on with it, and that's the way it should be. So thank you for that, Willie. I really appreciate it. But Jesus, I'm still blown away by what Chris has just had to do in there. Um, And to be quite honest with you, the people that have been gifted, uh, well deserved. Holy moly, man! That looks the way it pops up on your pop up on the screen is deadly, like that. It's a pity. It's a Streamyard need to fix that, because I'd love to be able to put that up on Streamyard, because then I'll be able to put it up on screen for everybody to see it. But I just I'm blown away by that. I have to be honest. Wow. Yeah, go and check out those member streams anyway now. Hopefully we'll have some people that'll be able to pop in the chat when I do. I always seem to do them at a time when nobody is around. So maybe I should bleed and get you all together and find out what the best times are. But there you go. That's all it's that's what it's saying there. So that's the best I can do. That's ridiculous. I should be able to throw it up on the screen. I hate that I can't do that. I figured I'd join you on YouTube. Get off Facebook. So people are reacting to what Chris has done, and rightly so. Rightly so. Seems unknown is on the on the bottle again. Looks like because he said he's drunk there. Always the winter with you unknown, isn't it? Always the winter. But look after yourself, pal. Yeah, right. Just be careful. Just be careful. Gifted 5 milkshakes, says Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sean from the Nerdaholics also has left a comment and says, Legend. Listen, we know there's nice people in the world, yeah, but it is nice to see. It really is, man. Can't believe that. Not really, gentlemen. It's nice to see more people in the member. He's so humble, isn't he, man? Man, take the credit, man. Five bleed memberships. Wow. How much does it cost a member? There's two tiers there. There's a cheap tier and then there's a dare tier. Go and check it out. Cinnamon. There, hold on. Where's the banner? It'll come up on the banner. So there's a 199 level, so two quid, or there's a €5 level. So there you go. There's the banner there. I keep forgetting to put that up, but thanks for reminding me. Now I have to add new members to me little video. Well, in fairness to StreamYard, they have been adding a lot of stuff. I have to be honest, they're actually very good. They have been adding a lot of stuff since I got it. Even the package that I have now has a lot more than it originally had when I first got it because they keep adding stuff to it. So I'm not going to complain because they are adding stuff. They will get around to it eventually. They seem to be very well run. And sometimes when YouTube cuts out, this stream doesn't cut out. So sometimes, we had the early problems with it at the start, if you remember, but they fixed those issues. So credit. So I give them a lot of credit. I'll stay loyal to StreamYard myself. Others will say, "Oh, use this and use that." But I'll stay loyal with StreamYard. Yeah, he's still on me shout out video because he's a member, and unfortunately, I have to mention members, and he knows that. So unless YouTube make it that I can go in and say the next time he tries to update the membership that he can't, if I could block it so he couldn't become a member again, I would, but you can't do that. YouTube don't allow you to do that. So unfortunately, Okay, if trolls want to pay me to troll, well then, by all means, I'll take your money. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it now. I mean, if you're willing to pay money to come in and listen to what someone says because you don't really necessarily agree with them, well then, fair enough. I'll take your money then. I'm not gonna feel guilty for having the opinions. Exactly. Exactly. And anyway, people can just ignore. Remember, we could just ignore anyway. That's it. They're still paying. I'd say thanks. Exactly. That's it. That's the way I look at it now. Look, I used to get upset about trolls. You all know that. It's no point anymore. Get you nowhere. Doesn't do your mental health any good. You know. So if some are actually willing to pay to troll you, well then fair enough. Let them. Let them. They're wasting their money. It's going into my pocket. Well, not my pocket, but you know what I mean. Pays the bills. But if that's what they want to do, let them. Cinnamon. Yeah, well, I would look. I would recommend StreamYard, but I'm not an advanced YouTuber. I'm not like all of these pros out there, right? So I use the simplest tool that I can use, and StreamYard for me is the simplest tool. I mean, I couldn't get all of those other streaming platform things that they use and to mess around with the settings to get everything perfect and all of that. StreamYard does all of that for me. So that's why I go for this. That's why I go for it. And I'm paying for this. I'm not well, we're not paying for the basic package. The basic package, we don't have the basic package anymore. So this is the paid version of it. That's it. It's decent enough. Still getting the hang of it, but it's decent enough. Yeah, some people use that OBS, but I wouldn't. Like someone was trying to explain it to me, and I was like, will you just hang on for a minute? So you mean to tell me I have to fiddle with this button and fiddle with that and fiddle with this and that to get this like this to get like that, when all I just have to do is whack StreamYard on and bang. But he is right. OBS is considered one of the best tools out there to use as well for when you're streaming. So, to be fair, I will give that a shout out, but I would shout out StreamYard as well because any issues I've ever had and I went to them, they fixed it straight away. So their customer service is actually very good. Yeah, you get about 20. I think it's 20 hours free or 30 hours free. But if you break up your streams and you don't go over your time, you can manage it because that's what I used to use when I first started off. StreamYard. Right, I originally used to stream on my phone, and then when I found out about StreamYard, I downloaded it. Then I start doing my streams on StreamYard. But if you stay under a certain time, then you'll be fine. But of course, as you know with me, I can't stay under a certain time. So we had to make a decision whether I was going to continue with the basic packages, the basic package and the hours that I had available to me and try work my way through that each month, or were we going to go and get a plan so I could stream unlimited? And I think it's the best decision that we've made actually. But you have to keep streaming. That's why we're gonna get back now because everything's in the negative now because I haven't been streaming as much as I have, but everything's starting to look up now. So I'm gonna be streaming a lot more now, as I said. And we've streamed all day this week. So and I still have planned to do that other stream, the mental health stream that we spoke about. Nobody has gotten back to me, so the way I'm going to do it is the way I did it the last time. I'm just going to set it for next week, so I'm going to put it up. I might throw it up tonight and arrange it for in the middle of next week, so people will see that it's up. I will share it everywhere as well. If you want to take part, just turn up on the day, and if you want to come on and share your story and your experience of the abuse and the stuff that has been done to you because you've had opinions about a TV show or a movie or whatever it is, whether it's been a political opinion or anything like that. Now, we're not getting into politics, but you could tell me the kind of behavior that was aimed towards you and stuff like that. The whole point of this stream is to get out there what's going on in fandom, right? But also to let people know out there that think they're alone and this is only happening to them, that it's happening to other people. And maybe some people that come on will be able to give some advice and try help some of these people that have to deal with this every day. You know, listening to other people can be a great comfort. So I'll throw the stream up if you want to take part. Yeah, just turn up on the day. I will send you. You just let me know in the chat when we do the stream. I'll bring you on. Everybody knows my situation. We're not going to be talking about my situation again because we've already went through all of that. This will be just for all you guys that are in this community that have had to deal with it, that would like to come on and share your experience and obviously give a few tips on how maybe you deal with the situation and stuff like that. And let's try help people. That's the idea of this stream, and to obviously get the awareness out there that this is happening not just in fandom, it's happening in society as well, right? It's happening a lot, and mental health is a big crisis that we have. We have a mental health crisis, we do, right? It's not just in Ireland, it's worldwide. We've got a global problem with mental health, and we're not doing enough to tackle it, right? It seems to be still a taboo subject in some parts of the world, you know, and some people are afraid to speak up and talk about it because there is still a stigma towards it, but there shouldn't be. So that's why I'm doing it. We did one last year, we got a great reaction. We didn't monetize that stream. I'll be doing the same. I won't be monetizing this stream because this is not for monetary reasons. This is something I truly believe in, and everybody that will come on obviously will share their story, that's willing to share their story and their experience. And that's it. Want to get the message out there, make people aware. So when the stream happens and he's all joined, share it far and wide. Let's get the message out there that this is a serious problem and it's got to be tackled, you know? So, yeah. So that's what we'll do. I think that's the best way to do it. Instead of trying to line up some guests, I think if it's done more naturally, people will be more than willing to come on then if they feel that they're not being put under pressure. So that's the whole point. So Lindsay is heading off. Have a good evening, all. I am now going to enjoy your milkshakes. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch says, I don't mind speaking on it, mate. Forgive me if I'm not understanding, but what type of mental abuse are you talking about? I'm talking about the harassment, the death threats, and the bullying that goes on in the Doctor Who fandom because someone might have a different opinion about this era than certain fans in this fandom. Over the course of 5 years, just to briefly go through, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just briefly give you a rundown. In the past 5 years, when I decided to speak out against the Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker and start doing videos about me displeasure, about Chris Chibnall taking over, and then we had all the nonsense with the breaking of the glass video and the male gaze interview and all of that. When I start speaking up against that and start saying that I think Doctor Who is in serious trouble, and then we have ended up being vindicated on that, in fairness. But for 5 years, because of the opinions that I've had, I have received death threats. I've been bullied, harassed, horrible things that I cannot even repeat on this channel have been spread about me. I was accused by one female fan in the fandom. Everybody knows this. It's been public for a long time. She accused me of editing her head onto um, porn images, which we had already proven, and people had actually done their own background work, nothing to do with me, and had proven that it come from people that were so-called friends of hers, right? Then she claimed she went to the police and all of this, and then when I actually, you know, questioned that and told to show the evidence, all of a sudden then they disappear into thin air. My wife has also been targeted by this fandom, has been harassed. She's been sent vile things, vile stuff has been said about her. Also, we friends on here, some that I stream with, some that I talk to backstage that I've gotten very close to, have also received the same treatment. And only recently, actually, before this last episode has even dropped, the fandom has started to send me nasty, vile stuff again. And I haven't even opened me mouth about the centenary special yet, but already I'm being sent abuse. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the impact all of that has on people's mental health. And I have actually, you know, had what you would call a mental break on this, because of this very public one, might I add, which I'm not ashamed of. I reached my breaking point. So this is very close to my heart, because I've had to deal with this for the last 5 years, and I thought it would be over. And for a while it was calm, but because the episode now is about to drop, they're all back now, focused on me, starting sending me horrible messages. And I even posted some of the stuff here and showed people the stuff that I'm being sent. So that does have an impact, but I'm not the only one in the fandom that's receiving that sort of treatment. There are other people in the fandom that have also, and it does affect it does have an impact on people's mental health. And this is why I want to highlight it. We did a stream last year, as I said, we didn't monetize it. It was something that the message that I tried to get out on that stream is that we all need to come together. We need to stop all of this nonsense, because, there are people seriously being affected by words, and words can be very dangerous. People I don't think I'm the same. I don't think we all understand the impact words can actually have on people. So that's why we have to talk about it again, because there's been recent spats, and people have stopped streaming or have taken breaks because of all of this. And I think it's time to bring it up again and to talk about it again, because we don't seem to be getting anywhere. It seems to be getting worse. So if the other YouTubers out there in the Doctor Who community don't want to talk about it, want to ignore it, well, they can, but I won't ignore it. See, you will find with this channel is that I will cover the topics that these channels won't actually cover, topics that actually really matter. Right? It's not the first time we spoke about this, and we spoke about other issues in the fandom as well. right? We don't just talk about the show, we talk about the issues. There are a lot of issues in the Doctor Who fandom. As I said, what this fandom needs is a doctor. That famous John Sim line, what this country needs right now is a doctor. Say with this fandom, what this fandom needs is a doctor. It's just it'll get so bad that we'll have another situation like Caroline Flack, where someone is hounded to the brink. Well, someone is hounded to their demise. Sorry, I can't laugh properly because I've got a massive bleeding toothache that I might have to get sorted now. But Tim's comment is for the win. Oh, anyway, we'll be covering that next week because, as I said, unfortunately, we need to keep it in the limelight because nothing's being done. And, fandom's supposed to be a place of fun. Supposed to be. Unfortunately, it's not really been these last few years. What this fandom needs right now is a strawberry milkshake. I say strawberry milkshakes for all. Strawberry milkshakes for all. That's it. And on that note, I'm actually going to leave it there because I do have to bring out Ted. Um, and then I'll be back on the other channel if anybody likes Spartan games. We're playing FIFA 23 career mode. Uh, I probably won't be on long with the way things are going with this bleeding career mode. I'll probably lose me rag with it. But come and join me, and it'll be fun. I'll probably have a meltdown, so come and join me for that one. I'm only joking. I won't have a meltdown, but I will be shouting a lot. I'm only messing. I won't be because Cheryl's not well now, and I can't shout. Here, strawberry milkshakes for everybody. And yeah, again, Chris, before we leave, our head mod, the one that's here nearly every stream, no fail, um, has just gifted 5 new memberships. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. But listen, Ollie has been great through this little rough patch that we've had with everything that's been going on. And I'm humbled by it all. That you have still stuck around this long, listening to an Irishman have a few rants over the years and talk nonsense over the years and give his opinions, and you are still here wanting more. So as long as that continues, I'll be here. I'm going nowhere. So I just want to thank all of you guys once again for the support, whether it's watching the stream, liking the stream, sharing the stream. It doesn't matter how you support the channel. I appreciate it all. Okay. And I will see you over the weekend. Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after yourselves now, won't you? And we will see you all very soon. And yeah, as I said, oh yeah, I forgot. Myself and Lee will be back for the second movie of the Noel Clarke trilogy. So we're on to adulthood now. So look out for that. That's Sunday night. Sunday night. Forgot to throw that out there. So don't forget that one because we did enjoy the first one. Even though Lee even said it's not his type of movie, but he enjoyed it. So we'll be back for the second movie of that trilogy on Sunday. And we will be back tomorrow because obviously, we'll talk about something other than what's going to drop tomorrow. But we'll talk about something tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we'll get on to KFC tomorrow or something. Anyway, stop it now, Sean. I can't afford to have an even larger ego, or I might not be able to walk straight. And for a change, it won't be the booze. Ah, no, man. No, credit where credit is due, man. Credit where credit is due. Look, we already knew this about you, but you do so much for everybody on YouTube. It's not just this channel like that you mod on. I mean, what you do is very admirable. And I know you enjoy doing it because you love the channels that you're doing it for. Um, but to do what you do and then to do that, we already know you're a nice guy. But there you go. There are some lovely people in the universe, on this planet, I should say. That sounds a bit weird. You're thinking we were living in a world where aliens are actually that we knew about aliens living out there. We suspect. Well, I'm actually talking as if they actually exist now. But seriously, man. KFC, good now. Right, we got a place over here, or we used to call Texas Fried Chicken, right? And their gravy was thicker. The KFC gravy for me is not thick enough. Now, I think we did see where they have thickened the gravy up now, which is a good idea. But the gravy out of KFC was always too thin to me. It wasn't thick enough. Anyway, we leave it there because we don't want to get into chicken. And Disaster Area says can't get rid of us. Well, I'm glad I'm not annoying you anyway. That's the main thing. Anyway, we will be back, and I think Unknown said membership incoming. I don't know if that means you're joining up, but if you are, welcome to the members area. Really appreciate it. That would be brilliant. Ted's waiting. Yeah, he is. I'll go now. Let's look at the draw over here. Sometimes it's nice and thick. Sometimes it's a bit watery. I know. Do you know why it's a bit watery? Because they have a little bit left, so they add water to it. Then they heat it up in the microwave and then they serve it. There you go. Anyway, I'll see you later. Have a good one, folks. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Chris, you're a legend. Daniel, legend. Sean, nice to see you again. Stay in touch. I know you've been busy and all, but it's nice to see you, lad. And enjoy the band. Enjoy the band. And look after yourself. And Lindsay, you too. Look after yourself. Cinnamon, gas man. You look after yourself as well. And Unknown, you look after yourself as well, right? Get yourself to bed. Get some sleep. Go on. And yeah, go on now. And to the rest of you, Disaster Area, Shelley, and Tim, Foil 1.3. I really don't want to forget any of yous now. But to the rest of yous, listen, good night. Thanks for the support. We'll see yous all soon. Enjoy yous a weekend. And yeah, hope the trailer doesn't ruin yous a weekend, actually. But if it does, come and join us because we'll cheer you up. We'll think of something to do anyway. We always do. Right? Okay? Have a good one. Bye.